pick it up, or?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I want to let you know I'm recording this call for my records, but could you repeat what you just said?
I received the note that you left with the information request. Is there an address where you would like us to send the information, or are you going to come back by and pick it up, or how are we going to get the information to you?
Yeah, if someone could just email me, I'll provide them a phone number and email, and whenever it's concluded, like how much information in aggregate it is, and then I don't know how Georgia is specifically with Freedom of Information Act requests, but if there's a fee involved, I'd like to be able to look at that before I go ahead and just, obtain all that content.
Okay, I can check on that for you tomorrow. I forwarded the request to the person who handles those requests. And also, I wanted to make sure, are you aware that the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, we did not obtain warrants for the blood draws. The police department, the Gwinnett County Police Department, actually is the agency that obtains the search warrants. They requested our assistance in the execution of the search warrants. And we don't assist in all of them. We only assist in some of them. Were you aware of that?
No, but I mean, from my understanding, the rapid response team, the people actually doing the restraining of the people and that are there when the blood is drawn, are Gwinnett County Sheriff employees. But if I'm incorrect, I'd appreciate that info.
I'm just a little. I just wanted to clarify. I'm not sure what your interest is in the story. The point of the information you're trying to obtain. Is it the procedure itself and the practice of obtaining a warrant for DNA? That would be something that you probably would want to speak with the Gwinnett County Police Department about that. Like I said, they're the ones that are actually obtaining the warrant. They requested earlier in the year, they requested the assistance of the Sheriff's Office in actually serving some of the warrants. And like I said, we don't assist in all of them. We only assist in the execution of those DNA search warrants when the police department requests it. So I know sometimes people may not be fully aware of that. So we are assisting the Gwinnett County Police Department in that process. But you may want to speak with someone over there. It really depends on what the focal point of your story is. Just actually, how do we serve the search warrant for the DNA, or the fact that it's done it all? And I'm kind of unclear about what your interest is.
Yeah, I appreciate that info you just shared. For me, my interest is specifically, like, I come from a perspective, and again, like, my perspective may differ from my colleagues who you also interacted with, but that I look at the forced blood draws. Essentially, if I were to capture somebody and detain them and prevent them from their freedom of movement and bring them to a cage, and then against their will take blood from them with my friends holding them down, that's essentially what I see the practice as. And so my interest is trying to talk with the people who were involved in the implementation of it, in the policy conversation about it, who said it was necessary, any and all emails, internal and external related, in phone all, like, it's ridiculous that practice happens, and I think individuals are responsible for their actions. So I'd like to know the rapid response team employees who were involved. I'd like to know the medical staff and nurses and contractors who were involved. I'd like to know the higher ups at the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office that were involved. And I think this deserves some transparency.
Well, sure, and we historically are very transparent with our procedures and practices, and like I said earlier, I'll be happy to assist you in any way that I can in that regard. But I just want to make sure that you understand that we are basically, we're just a part of that process. The process itself is initiated by the Gwinnett County Police Department. So I want to make sure that you understand that. So I think that some of the information that you want is probably going to be, would be coming from them. But as far as actually the execution of the search warrants or how it's done, that is done at our agency, and I'll do whatever I can to assist you getting that information. So I just wanted to run that by you. And also, would it be too much to ask for you to send me your request in email? The only reason that I am asking you to do that is because I had a little difficulty reading your notes, and I just want to make sure that we have, a good, clear copy of your request so that we can handle it appropriately for you. Would it be too much trouble for you to do that? To send me the email, to send me that request in the email?
No, that's fine. I'll do that tomorrow. And if you could just confirm with me your email address, please.
Sure. It's Shannon, SHANNON, Volkadov, that's V as in Victor, OLKOD, like Delta, A like Alpha, V like Victor, at GwinetteCounty.com. And I apologize. I probably should have brought each one of you my card. I didn't even think to do that when I ran back up to my office to grab the card. So I think that I gave my card to the other gentleman that was with you.
That's correct. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I appreciate that info, and I guess another thought for me, and I mean, I don't know if you yourself participated in the blood draws, maybe not, but, to me it's curious that, when there's somebody who steps between the actor and the person trying to have a conversation with the actor, I don't think it needs any damage control or a middle person or somebody to, sort of deflect or anything. I would like to know. Hopefully with the FOIA request submitted, I will then know the people involved and things like that, and can maybe try to follow up and have conversations with them.
Well, you can certainly put that in your email if you don't mind. I understand what you're saying, but I am the Public Information Officer for the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, and I primarily do handle, information requests like yours. And that's pretty typical for most agencies, but I'll be happy to, like I said, assist in any way that I can, and if, just put that in writing for me, and I'll make sure that we get that to the appropriate personnel.
Okay, and do you have any comment on, any thoughts on, a few weeks ago I saw that it was noted that Gwinnett County Sheriffs are no longer doing the practice that was implemented in January of 2013 with the forced blood draws against consent. Do you have any thoughts on why that change was made, if initially it was said to be just and necessary?
Well, that's something, like I said, that if we have an appointment and we have, I'm not at a place right now where I can really discuss much at length, but like I said, if we have an appointment, you guys come in, I'll be happy to assist in any way I can and provide any information that I can for your story.
Okay. All right, I'll shoot you an email tomorrow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.